after the game isn't done when it ships, it's only the beginning of a journey that we have with the players.
What we wanted to do with our multiplayer is make something that can last for a very long time.
It's much more about giving you guys the tools to kind of create your own combinations.
We want to know what the best Killzone multiplayer experience can be. The players can tell us that. We want to make a game that lasts much longer, and that, for us, the legacy of a long-lasting game is much more important than just giving an annual update.
So we built a whole bunch of different things to stay in touch with our community, to make sure that we understand what is happening out there. The biggest thing that people will notice are our custom war zones.
You can affect how long the mission plays, how many points you need to get to win. But then we can go even deeper. You can affect the player's health, you can affect how many lives they have, and you can say, I want a faction of scouts with their cloak versus a group of assaults with speed dash, and you kind of have a speed versus stealth kind of gameplay.
So we're starting off with a whole bunch of features that are there from the start, which we think are fun and is kind of a really rich set.
We want to listen to the community and kind of see, like, okay, what kind of combinations are you guys making, and what kind of combinations would you like to make?
We have, for instance, the Twitter channel, the Facebook channel, the official forums on Killzone.com. And then we also have a user voice section on our website through which users can flag any problems that they encounter, and also do suggestions that they think might enhance the gameplay.
And the community team will give you unprecedented access to the developers.
We're reading all the posts on the forums, and based on those suggestions we make changes.
And we've already had a lot of great experience with that. A couple of months back we were doing play testing where we got a bunch of people to come in, they'd never seen the game before, playing it for the first time with all these options we already had in. And then we asked them, like, okay guys, what would you like to make? And they came up with a couple of game modes and options they wanted that didn't exist, and we just thought, it's really cool, and just suddenly it really expanded. They came up with a whole game mode where they wanted scouts with cloaks stalking other players, and just suddenly the game became this kind of really tense, dark gameplay, and we thought, that's great, we want to push that kind of thing, and that comes from listening to the community and the ideas they have as well.
And so what we decided to do is implement a system where we can set properties and make patches on the fly using our instant patching system. We have a zero downtime deployment process. What we do is we create a new server set and we just switch over to the new server set in a second, so everybody can continue playing without any downtime.
We're open to suggestions because it's your game ultimately that we're making, and it's you who's going to help us decide where we're going to take it into the future.
Really the strength of Killzone this time around. It's you finding what you like and finding the warzone that suits that, and otherwise make your own warzone, and we'll actively promote those warzones as well. We're going to look at really interesting combinations and put them on the front page. So if there's really popular ones or really interesting combinations, every time you log into Killzone, you'll see different warzones that you can choose from and have a completely different experience.
We have lots of plans for supporting them after the game launches. All the maps are going to be free for the Killzone multiplayer experience, and we're developing new multiplayer expansions, new ways to interact with the multiplayer game, and a new co-op game mode. This is all coming through in Shadowfall's first season, which is just starting.
What I would see kind of in 6 months to a year, I hope there's tons of footage out there that's going to show how different the game can be. That's going to show all of the varieties of different types of war zones that there are.
That will be created by the community, and that's kind of where we get the kick from as well.
It's a game that you keep coming back to because there's always something new to play for.
I hope the war zones that we feature on the front page are entirely different than the ones we have now. It's saying, I hope we're going to develop them so much that you have completely entire different experiences 6 months down the line.
This is the best Killzone that we could make, but to make it even a better Killzone, we need user feedback. We need the users to tell us where this game goes next.